here to talk Teresa Giudice and all the gossip around about New Jersey right now. There is a lot to talk about. Reps are saying that Melissa and Joe Gorga are not attending the event. There was a huge falling out during the finale. Kelly Dodd was talking on Melissa Gorga today. Joe Giudice was talking about the wedding. So we want to break all of this down, guys. But before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn those notifications on, because how else are you going to know what's going on if you don't turn your notifications on? All right, guys, let's break this down. So we're hearing allegedly that Teresa has a 4-part wedding series. We're hearing that there was a huge falling out at the finale between Melissa and Louis. I seen allegations that Melissa was cheating, and there's so much going around on social media right now between Joe and Melissa, because they've been kind of, posting passive aggressive stories, and then I think people are also taking those stories and they're adding like a typed message and making it look like they had posted it, even though they hadn't, because I went through to see what they had and hadn't posted. So first of all, there was a photo of Melissa that looks like there's like a guy behind her. He's like kind of kissing on her, and I think that that was like made up by someone on Twitter. I think that's just a lie. I think there was a big blow up with Joe and Louis, and that's why they're not at the wedding, allegedly. I mean, is this all for a storyline? I mean, is Joe going to come in last minute? I don't know, guys, but let me tell you what I do know. So first of all, they are having their wedding. I've said all along that I thought Melissa was going to end up being a bridesmaid, but she's not going to the wedding, then she can't be a bridesmaid, right? But besides that, the venue is supposed to be absolutely gorgeous, and everything is under tight leaks, like no phones. Everyone has to sign NDAs. Everyone will be setting up, and then on the day of, all of the hired staff will have to step outside for 30 minutes so that the magazines can come in and get pictures. And we're not surprised, guys. We talked about how if Teresa was going to have this wedding and it was going to be affiliated with Bravo, then she was going to get a lot of vendors, possibly the venue itself, at a very, very low discounted rate, okay? Just because it's basically like a free commercial for them. It's free advertisement. Also hearing how much production loves Teresa. I keep hearing this. I've heard this like 3 different times. I've seen it in messages that were posted on Instagram or on Twitter, and I'll have to give you the account that posted them because I want to make sure that I give it credit. There was a couple of different sites that posted this, allegedly corresponding about Teresa's wedding. So I'll read it to you. The company that was originally doing setup was fired on the spot for taking pics of the tables in the reception area. They are not joking. They want 0 leaks. She said 3 magazines have been at the venue all week taking pics, and that once everything is set up the day of the wedding, all the hired staff will have to step outside for 30 to 45 minutes so that the magazines can get pictures of the entire setup. So I'm sure she sold exclusive access. Our girl is getting paid for this wedding for sure. And one thing that every company involved keeps saying is that Bravo loves Teresa. All Bravo employees praise Teresa. She's an important asset to Bravo. All the production team that's been at the venue setting up is telling everyone how they love Teresa. And again, the Gorgas are hating it. Do you guys follow Melissa's sisters? I'm just curious if you guys do. If you're on Instagram, you should definitely go follow them. They put under their name little sister or big sister to Melissa, so you'll know it's them. The one account is Lissa Simpson. She was posting. She seems to be the more outspoken of Melissa's sisters. I do feel like I get a lot of passive aggressive posts from her. Let's back up though. So Teresa and Joe and Melissa and Louis supposedly have this huge blowout at the finale. I'm guessing the finale had some kind of Italian styled, theme, because we saw the men stand behind like the flag of Italy and take photos, and they were all wearing like black pants, white shirts, suspenders, hats, and it just seemed like some kind of Italian themed party, I guess, if you will. But allegedly something crazy happened and they got into a huge fight, and now Melissa refuses to go to the wedding and Joe's going to support his wife, and they're not going to go to the wedding. So we don't know if it's a storyline or if it's actually true, but they're being very vocal about it on Instagram, which is kind of, I mean, not necessarily, Melissa and Joe are not shy to, anytime, I'm not trying to be mean about Melissa, but anytime we hear Melissa in the headlines, usually it's like because it's a comment about Teresa or the wedding. I don't see like Melissa in the headlines, for whatever she may have going on in her personal life. It always seems like it is affiliated with the family drama, right? She's also pissed Kelly Dodd off, which I found slightly entertaining. I tell you guys this, I know not all of you love Kelly Dodd. I get it. But sometimes she gives us tea, okay? And I told you guys yesterday that she came onto a live and she said something she wasn't supposed to say. She repeated what Dorinda had told her, that they, were bringing Taylor and Tamara back, and that they had Dorinda and somebody else on standby, and that Vicky was like not involved at all to come back, like not discussed even as a friend of. But anyways, allegedly Kelly was talking, her and Rick were talking about Melissa, because they review the New Jersey Housewives, and Melissa had said something about her two boys, how one of them got her looks and one of them got her physique. And so apparently Kelly said something that offended Melissa when she reviewed this, which she really just said that Melissa had augmentations, so like you can't inherit augmentations, right? So just saying. And then they showed like a before and after picture of Melissa, and we all know Melissa's had work done on her nose. It's no big deal. Like, by now we really don't care, right, guys? Do we? I don't think we care. I don't care. And so yeah, that pissed Melissa off. So Melissa has her own podcast now. She just had her husband on last week, but she had Reza from Shaws of Sunset, which Kelly Dodd alleges that they've hung out lots and lots of times, and they were actually at the Pride Parade together in New York City a couple of years ago on Andy's float. And so she said she's always had good encounters with Reza, but he, basically started talking shit about people that review and talk badly, previous cast members who now review Bravo shows. So it was just funny because Kelly responded, she did a responded video, and she said that Melissa was a snob to her. She said every time she's met Melissa 5, 6, 7 times, every time she has to go up and speak to Melissa. Melissa will not like come up to her and say hello. Kelly said the husband, meaning Joe Gorga, is amazing. He's funny. He's a family man. But Melissa is very, very snobby. So I don't know. Do you guys get that from her? That you think that she would be snobby to other housewives that, I don't know. I just want to know what you guys think about that. I thought it was cute that Kelly shared that because she said she had met them lots and lots of times. And also someone chiming in on the wedding is Joe Giudice, the ex-husband. Yes. He, of course, has done an interview in a magazine where he basically is saying he feels bad for Louis having to deal with Teresa's brother and sister-in-law. He said, I dealt with that thorn in my side for 20 years. They never go away. That's what Joe Giudice said about Melissa and Joe Gorga. That's verbatim. So I just found that so curious that everything Joe Giudice could have commented about, he commented about Melissa and Joe. So is this a storyline that Melissa and Joe are saying they're not going to the wedding, but they actually are, and they're leading us to believe that they're not, so it's like this big, to do, or are they really not going to the wedding? So fast forward, Melissa and Joe and her sisters must have been at the New Jersey house that is up for sale, partying and, hanging out around the pool. And it was late, but they were all posting like, so thankful I have this amazing family. Like Melissa posted that. And we all know that I think that hurts Teresa's heart a little bit because she doesn't have her parents. And Melissa has her mom and uncle and sisters. So I kind of felt that one a little bit. And then like her uncle was like dancing with her sister, and she posts again like what a wonderful, amazing family she has. And then Joe Gorga takes like a group photo of them that night and says, like, you don't have to be blood to be family. And then the sister posts something along those lines, but she says something passive aggressive, but they're all at the same event. They're all at Melissa and Joe's house, hanging out by the pool. And there was a dinner prior to that because the sister posted it and she said, oh, the Gorgas are late. but that would have been the night of the finale because Joe's like still in the same clothes from the finale as he was at the party. So I don't know. It's all a little bit confusing, unless if he's taking that photo from a previous night, posting it, and it just kind of looks like it was from last night. That's possible. I could be wrong about that. What else did I want to tell you guys? Uh, yeah, I think that's all I have for today. That's been going around. It's all this Teresa Giudice craziness. Let me go through these messages real quick though, because I do think I had something else I wanted to tell you guys. About, well, we know they're filming. We have photos. I'm gonna post these on my community page. We know they're filming. We have photos of them out and about. We have the messages. Oh, I want to show you guys these. I just don't think that it would work. I'll repost the photos in the community page, but this is a photo of Melissa. You probably can't see it, but it's a photo of Melissa and another guy, and cc.loves.u on Instagram, which is a pretty credible site. A lot of big time Bravo people follow that Instagram account. I've seen them commenting on it before. She's the one that posted that, and I don't know if, I mean, she's pretty, legit. So I don't know. That's allegedly where these rumors are coming, that Melissa was cheating. In the photo, you can see there's like a guy kind of behind her, and there's the comment says, "I'm the only other boy this girl kisses." Strange, right? And so she posted, word on the street was that the Gorgas were not attending the wedding because there were some cheating allegations made at the finale party by Teresa and Louis towards Joey and Melissa. I think this clip of Melissa and her cousin confirms that in fact was the reason. Oh, okay. So it's her cousin, and they're poking fun at Melissa and Louis. And so the cousin is kind of, I mean, it does kind of look a little, I don't want to say sexual, but I mean, kind of. And it says, "I'm the only other boy this girl kisses." So that makes sense. So, okay, got you. Full circle now. And then this one is what I think that has been reposted and reposted a couple of times. It's like Joe Gorga, you know how he does his little like motivational, Instagram posts, and he'll like point up to them. And so they added, "Point your finger in the sky if you're not attending your sister's wedding this weekend." And I don't think he posted that. And then there was a blind item, and this was coming from a contact at Bravo and Cocktails, and it says, "Last night at Dolores's boyfriend Paulie's house, there was a huge blowout. Apparently, Melissa called out Louis. He lost his mind and was so angry. She said she won't be going to the wedding. She's done. Done in capital letters. I'm sure it was all filmed, so stay tuned." That doesn't sound like, that sounds like a producer or somebody on somebody's camp is what that sounds like. Maybe Teresa's camp. So I don't know if it was the finale or not, or it was just like a get together at Dolores's boyfriend's house, like pre-wedding. It would have been the night before the wedding, like the rehearsal dinner, not necessarily the finale. Interesting. So a lot of mismatch information, because they're doing a 4-part series, so I'm sure they'll just stop filming, and obviously we're filming leaves off for Teresa and Melissa. They'll pick it back up in the 4-part series, and they'll probably wrap up the other lady storyline this season. They did make an announcement. We think it's 99.9% credible that we do have Jackie getting demoted down to the friend role. She will not be full-time. And allegedly Danielle, the new girl that is Team Teresa, she will be getting a full-time spot. And then Melissa's friend is allegedly getting a full-time spot as well. So that leaves Marge's friend, the one that allegedly is her childhood friend that's about to expose her for all her dirty deeds. I don't know though, guys. I've had contact with her, so I don't know. I'm going to wait and see what happens. I don't know if all these rumors that people are saying are true or not. But she definitely didn't get a full-time spot. So I don't think there could be too much drama. Or she's like, this is a plot between Marge and her to like give Marge a storyline. And so like they already have something that's not that bad, but something that would still make headlines for her to expose about Marge. Probably something that we already know. The lawsuits. We know she is in lawsuits over the home that she's living in, that allegedly her and Joe got investors because it was supposed to be a house they were going to flip. They were going to like flip it in like 6 months to a year. Joe and Marge moved in and they never moved out. So we never heard plans of it being a flip house, but allegedly there's investors and they're taking her to court for the fact that she owes them money and that they invested and they want their payout. They want their money. So, all right, guys, I want to know what you guys think about all of the Gorga drama, Teresa's wedding, the 4-part series. I mean, I still can't believe Joe Giudice, he gets paid, I think, for these like stories. So I think sometimes when it's like a big event, he'll do a story to get, make a little extra money, but it like doesn't really, bubble to the press because he usually does it at a time when there's like already a lot of press around the Gorgas. And Teresa already, because when he did the story about Joe Gorga's dad allegedly losing his dad's house, he did it in U.S. Weekly. It was a credible magazine, guys. Very credible. And that had been going around for years and years. We've talked about it before. But that would have been like big time news had there not already been drama going on with like Louie and Teresa and Joe. And there was so much other chaos and headlines that story didn't surface. So it just happens. But that's why I'm here, guys, to run it all past you. Have no worries. Keeping you guys up to speed. But make sure you comment. Make sure you like the video and turn those notifications on. Subscribe because I am trying to grow my channel. And we'll talk soon. Thanks, guys.